Hey guys. So let me know if my mic gets all messed up this stream. I know that it normally is a little bit spacey because I like to keep my mic a little bit further away from me, and I don't exactly have a good way to focus the audio, but it's pretty good most of the time. But I'm in a new place, so it's a little bit uncertain, like exactly how the audio is going to be in this new kind of room. I don't know exactly what it's like. What's up, Salvage and Godly? Anyways, so if you couldn't guess by the picture, because obviously the picture is just, so perfect, you 100% know exactly what it is. Definitely, it's not obscure at all. But if you couldn't guess by the picture, basically, I'm working on a remake to the item structure saver, just for fun, just to see what if I can do it. And I actually already finished, kind of. Um, so I'll do a little demonstration for you guys that are early to the stream. What's up, Robert? So let me do a little demonstration for you guys that are early to the stream. So I sneak, and that'll put one of the markers there. That'll put the other marker there. And then if I run ISS save, it says saved. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to right click here. Oh, no, right there. I'll click this so that you can see. And then I hit load, and boom, it loaded it. Okay. So what it did was it saved all these blocks in their positions to an array, and then then it loaded from that array. So it's kind of a way to transfer large structures between worlds without needing a mod. I did not stop with the other project. I'm just going back. Like, I decided to spend a week. I mean, I literally, the last time I worked on the project was less than a week ago. But, I just wanted to spend a week to go back and fix some things that I've been having highly requested. That's why I made the animated. Oh, if my laundry machine gets loud in the background, let me know. But I fixed. Oh, I could close my door. Ugh. I literally just moved in 2 weeks ago into my own apartment, so now there's no problems. I can stream more. But yeah, it's like a portable structure block. Uh, you sound like the guy who made the mine. Yeah, of course, I did. I think so. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I didn't stop with the other project. I'm just taking a week to go back and update old things. So you saw my animation in the particles, the particle animation. I've been meaning to do that for a year. I also updated my custom enchantments, the custom enchantment system, because people have been asking for a newer version of the custom enchantment. So I came up with like a whole design system to kind of rework that video because the video is still valid. And now I'm updating the item structure saver. The next thing on my list is to update the portals, dimension portals. That's something I want to fix. Anyway, so you see that it saved and it loaded, and then I've just been working on coding. So that works for a single chunk. I've been working on saving a double chunk. So basically just dynamic any size you want. And I'm also going to work on the next thing we got to do. So I got to make it save a chunk, multiple chunks, which I already got that. I got it saving. So then I just got to make it load multiple chunks. And then after that works, then I have to work for the work towards the uh, partial chunks. So for example, let's imagine you have so I have a system that saves a 4x4. The way this thing works is it saves 16 by 16 sets in chunks, and it goes up in the y direction for each of those 16 by 16s. But here's like a 2x2. Let's imagine this 2x2 equals 4x4. Okay, so then it does this 2x2, then this 2x2, then this 2x2. But what if your area was like a 3x3? So I need to add the special handling functions so that when it gets to these edge cases, it only grabs, the needed blocks, not the extra stuff. Are you excited for the world height update? Oldest and most creative command block YouTube channel. I would say I'm one of the longest lived, as in like I have been doing this for the longest time. Like Seth Bling, he had his time, but then he quit. So like yeah, definitely not the oldest though. Uh Are you planning to make more custom data packs? I don't know what a custom data pack is. And then Dorito says, you really are big brain. Thank you. It do be big brain time. Are you excited for the world updates? height update at the end of the year. Um, Not really. The height update doesn't help me as a command block person. The height update only adds headache for people I know. Benny's been asking me to make something that can update worlds, like something that'll mess with the chunks, but it's just too much, too difficult. Okay. So drag you say so anybody that's joining that's just getting in here, I will be re-showing everything that happens in a little bit because I just got done showing it. But let me get into the code for a second. And I'll pull up the code as well. This needs to run move. Just rename this. Then okay, so that works. Okay, and then I'm just going to set up a new. This is the new area, so I just right click once. I'm still working on the details of like how it looks for picking the area. I don't want to have to keep the entities there though because you won't see them, and I won't know if they exist or not. So like they could be in an unloaded chunk. Don't go with the floor crafting. The floor crafting is the least efficient method of crafting in terms of command efficiency. Does the system utilize structure blocks? No, that'd be slow. What updates would you like to see for command blocks? Also, are you going to showcase people's data packs? Oh, I might do the data pack. I could do another data pack stream next month probably. Probably, yeah. It depends. I don't know. I might be busy because I'll have people's projects to grade from my class, so I mean that's kind of around the same time, but I'll try. So let me pull up load and then let me hit the 0 key, which should show you guys my code, right? Yes. Okay. So you can see my code. Yeah, it does nothing. So let's go ahead and go to load. So this is actually a really cool method. I'll explain it later, but it's pretty cool. Basically what it does is it like writes to the end of an array and then it does it backwards. And it also uses the Z-curve transform to parse a space in a blocky fashion. It's almost perfect. I think if I snaked it between like Y levels, it would be even better. But essentially it like goes to this block, 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 this block. It visits the blocks in that order, like this order, which is better for Minecraft compression because if you're trying to compress like something, people will typically build square things and not rectangular things or long thin strips. So it's better like if I just rasterized it, like this is how most people traverse a space. They'll go like this, and then they'll drop to the next line. Well, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have somebody that has a shape that is something that is this long. And if whatever the thing they built is not exactly that long, then you're going to lose on the compression there, right? Because you switched blocks. Because basically the way the compression works is it reads what block is at each position, and if the same block is at the same position that you were just at, like if you read the block and then you read the same block again, instead of saving that block twice, it just accumulates how many of the same thing you saw. Oh, yeah. Sorry, hold on. Let me move where this page is. I think I can make it smaller because I'm zoomed in. I'll zoom in more on the text to make the text bigger, and then I'll make the page smaller so that we don't have any issues there. And also the left side I think is easier, more important, at least for this, because the fake player scores are not too important. Yeah, sorry about that, Red Troll. Thanks, Marcin. Hopefully my videos are as up to date as possible. So, yeah, I'll re-show you exactly what it's doing. But basically, we're going to every block in this area, this grid, this 16 by 16 area, and we're visiting it in a Z-curve transform. And you can look up Z-curve transform. I actually have some cool pictures in the Discord of a Z-curve transform I worked on just to like show. It wasn't for this project, it was for a real life thing. But basically, since you visit every block in a square fashion, then your likelihood of hitting the same blocks like a group, like a cluster, like let's say I have a cluster, like I built a pool and I put in the pool is like, well, how do you build a pool? Well, you're probably going to build a pool that looks like this, right? So since you're visiting the blocks in that kind of Z transform design, there's a high chance that you'll see a lot of the same block in a row when you're like linearly. So the simplest example is just a 2x2. So instead of traversing, well, 4x4. So let's say I have a 4x4. So I'm going, instead of going like a line like this is called rasterizing. Instead of rasterizing, and I think you can see it enough to get what I mean. So instead of rasterizing, I'm going like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this. So I'm going into 2x2 little sections. And since I did it in that order, it's going to be able to visit the blocks in a certain order so that it's better to compress for things that are square. Like things that, which is typically going to happen in a Minecraft build. Whereas if I did it in this order, then it would compress better if you have like long lines. Because you want to see like, let's say if I do this, this is a good example. If I do this, right? If I rasterized it, if I went left to right, then basically what it says is granite, granite, diorite, diorite, granite, granite, diorite, diorite. All right? But if I did it in a Z transform, it says granite, 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 diorite, 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 diorite. Right? So by doing that, basically I can say there's 4 granite and 4 diorite instead of saying there's 2 granite, 2 diorite, 2 granite, 2 diorite. And that's better compression because you have granite, which let's say is 1, and then you say there's 4 of them. And then you have diorite, which is 2, and then you say there's 4 of them. As opposed to 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. How many? That's a lot more numbers, right? That I just typed out. And the amount of numbers is how compressed it is because it needs to store. I mean, the real values is like 1,000 or whatever because I'm using a block serializer. So yeah. And you can see that come into effect when I run save. So when I run save and I look at the array it made, this is the array it made from all 4 of these chunks here. So you can see if I start at the top left corner, I see negative 252 and 0, and I did it in the opposite order because when I'm writing, it goes backwards. But it says negative 252, 0. That means there's 252 air blocks, okay? Which leads us all the way up to this bottom right-hand corner where there's just this little 2x2. And then it says there is 4 polished diorites. Polished diorite is 5, and it says 4. The negative number means that it is a count. A positive number means it is a block. So that's just the convention I used. So yeah, that's actually better compression. So if I rasterized it, then it would have to say bunch of air, 2 diorite, bunch more air, 2 more diorite. So it's better this way for this design. And then you can just follow the rest because it goes to the different chunks. But yeah. So that's how it saves. Then when it loads, it actually reads it backwards. And that's because it's more efficient to read big arrays backwards than forwards in Minecraft because you can index to the last element. You can go -1, and that'll give you the last element in the array. And grabbing that and then data removing that is more efficient than data removing the first element or the 0th element. Because if you remove the 0th element, it has to shift all the elements to the left or like down 1. So it has to shift the index of everything, which is dumb. But yeah, that's at least that's what I've been told on the MCC after we did some tests or whatever, that it's faster to do removing from the end. Okay, so now back into the code. Let me hit my code key. So I need to change these all to DIY. Oh, and then I also have a cool little system here. So if you have a slower computer, you can make it take longer to save. But if you have a faster computer, you can save it faster. So it basically will scan like upwards in the Y direction, all the blocks. And you can scan it in sets of one layer at a time. That's like the layers score. But you can do up to like 6 layers at a time because it takes 10,000 commands per layer, which sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot because it's a lot of simple checks, like low cost checks. And I actually had a little page here. You can actually just take a look. So that's what it does when I save it. You can see just a little blip here. And then another little blip there. I don't know what that's from. So it's pretty good. But you'll see what happens when... I guess I'll just see what happens when I throw on like a billion things. Okay, so it runs the end. And then in the end, instead of killing itself and loading load, we need to run move x, because this system I have here for the loading only supports one chunk. Now I have to make it support multiple chunks, but it's going to be very similar to what the save. So this will be then I have finish. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is where like it starts to hurt my head. So you have to do everything backwards. Any reason to use default text editor? It's not a default text editor, it's Sublime Text. It has syntax highlighting and everything. Although the syntax highlighting doesn't really work that well for some reason. I've had a lot of bugs, but it's okay. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. Kill is the status command. Yeah. Well, it's because it's a marker. It's moving around a marker entity. Okay. So this is the weird part. So when I start to load, right? Since I'm doing everything backwards, instead of starting here, I have to start here. So what's the math for that? That be... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's the math here? Okay, so you have x plus dx okay minus x mod 16, I think so. All right, so what we can do is we can go like this, go like this, go like this. We just comment stuff out and do the math. Yeah, I gotta comment all this stuff out. Yes, Beatles, I am doing the ISS. I don't know why, but ISS sounds very like a ship, like a boat. All right, so scoreboard players operation dot x cwiss. If you change the namespace in the files L0, the namespace doesn't change. What? Oh, that might be something I gotta fix. Let me take a look at that really quickly. That sounds pretty easy to fix. Uh, what do you mean? I am inputting the namespace. Are you doing it right? International Space Station, yeah. That is right. I think it is International Space Station. What is ISS.size? It's an array that contains the size values that were saved. More shader tutorials. That was actually something I was planning on doing as well in my whole, like, I'm kind of in the mood to update old things right now. Okay, so anyways, so .x, uh, where, oh man, man, I don't know. I don't know exactly what this needs to be. Okay, so .x plus equals .dx. Okay, so that this adds to the x, and then I think I need to subtract the modulus of 16. Shaders are cool and I like them, but they are like so much work to get working and so much pain that it's almost not worth it in terms of how many people actually see the video or care about it. It's the main reason I typically don't do them. And not to mention, there's the secondary issue of them updating resource packs a lot. I mean, shaders, they've been updating them a lot. They might be in a more stable place now, though. I don't know exactly. Let's get X. It's negative 81. Hello? Oh, wait, no. Let me see. Let's get CWE. Okay, so it's negative 81. That actually might be it. No, it's not. It should be, wait, negative 80, 81 puts me here. Let's do scoreboard players get hashtag 10 CWE ISS. Oh. Oh, no. It has to be DX. It has to come from DX. There you go. So now it's negative 96. Okay, cool. Yeah, my math is right. I'm not crazy. I am remaking the item structure saver that I made 2 or maybe 3 years ago, but in an updated version with data compression and like compressing the blocks and with the better efficiency. All of the above. Okay, so think. So we got X. Okay, so now we need that for Z as well. Okay, so now we have that for Z. Okay, so then we summon the marker. Then we store on X, but the ISS version, the special. Then Y. Let's do. This is actually important stuff. So let's go ahead and do. Let's actually recalculate this and save this. So we'll save it as .y. Okay, so that's the weird thing I'm doing right now that you might not understand is I parse the array forwards. Like I save all the blocks in one way, and then when I read them backwards, which is why I have to go through all this weird math computation stuff because I'm reading them backwards. I like Sublime because it's more lightweight. I don't really need autocomplete. I type really fast. Okay. Scoreboard players add CWASS.y. Hello, Burbo. Don't spam the chat. How do you summon an entity where a player is facing? You can't. You have to TP it to the way the player is facing after it's summoned. Okay, and then this one will get C. Okay, okay, okay. So now when I run this, let's TP at p.ie tag equals cwe.isf.load. Okay, so where did this put me? Okay, not exactly where I intended to go. Okay. Oh, if you want to summon it in the direction the player is facing. I think what he means is like facing the same way as the player. Because I feel like in the direction they're facing is pretty straightforward. Okay, let's do scoreboard players get.z cwiss is -1. Okay, so let's go through all the logic there that it went through. Okay. So you took z from z, which is -32. Then you added 31 to it. Then, oh, I could just look at hashtag temp, right? It's 15. Okay. So then -1 minus 15 is -16. That didn't work for some reason. Oh, I forgot to change this to a Z. I'm looking at the exact problem right in my face. Okay. It spawned me right here, which is the exact corner I need to be in so that it's backwards. Where should I learn the scoreboard logic and usage? I have a video on scoreboard, but the logic is pretty much as any other programming language. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that puts me in the right corner. I guess if I want to be Zazzy, I can just go like this and test. Let me test that the Y level's working. Oh my god. What? Oh, I didn't get rid of the marker. I'm dumb. I keep forgetting that in the other method. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Let's run save again and see what happens. Okay, now it's saved. Then let's do data get stored. Okay, so then let's run load. Oh my god. Am I running the actual load function there? Oh, it's because... Oh, yeah, I need to be careful. I still have the looping command running, which again, it just doesn't make sense here. I need to get that out of the way for a sec. Hey, what's up, Hexascan? Alright, so let's go ahead and run load again this time. Okay, so now load makes more sense. It just calculated a map. It's not that many commands. And let me TP to this guy and see where he is. And yeah, all markers are canonically male, of course. Okay. Okay. Uh, Y is 56. It needs to be 57. Maybe I did the math wrong here. CW. Oh, remove one. It needs to be neither remove nor add. Okay, cool. So yeah, it tried to put me inside this block. What does store mean in the execute command and how do you use it? It means you're putting whatever the answer from your command is onto something else, whether it's on a scoreboard or an entity. How do you overlay Sublime over Minecraft without going behind the window? What you're seeing on my screen is editing trick. Do you think it's possible to remake World Edit in a data pack? I'm working on some World Edit features right now, the item structure saver, which is similar to the World Edit schematic feature, but I only want to make the ones that matter. Okay, so we got the marker working. Let me kill it. Now we need to run the load start. And this is where it gets really annoying. Okay. So we gotta go move X. Okay, so let's see what dy is. dy, dyi, good, 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 good. Okay. Okay. So then when it's at the end, it needs to move X. Okay, okay. Let's go to scan load layer, remove dyi. There we go. Then let's go back to load start. Okay, and then now comes the really weird calculation time. This is like the secret sauce calculations here. This is where it gets very messy. What? Oh, I think it's in save start. Yep, here it is. I'll put it in load start then as well. Okay. So then we have sizing and partitioning. So we'll do this. And it's included in here. And I'll calculate it up here. Okay, so this recalculates the values, which they could already be there, but it has to recalculate them. So here we go, recalculating. Basically, it figures out how many quadrants you have. And also how many blocks are in the edge quadrants. Which it sounds complicated, but it's really simple. It just does divide by 16 and modulus 16. Those are the two operations you gotta do. Alright, then does load loop. And then when it's done, when it's reached the end, that's when it's done processing that. So then we go to move X, and move X is going to do something exactly like saves move X. Literally going to copy and paste it. The difference is you are going to go backwards in the X direction. Okay. And the Y is saved here. Good, good, good. So then you have Z, move Z. So that's the only other thing you need. So you move Z. Okay, so this needs to do load / move Z. So this is when you're at the end. So it does rasterize like the entire data set because it's too hard. It's too hard to get that cool looking Z curve stuff going. I don't want to sound too confident, but I feel like this could work. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Okay, so let's see finish. Finish kills it. All right, so then let's go back to main. Let's uncomment this. Remove the if. Let's kill it. Let's reload. Okay, So now I need to do it in a safe-ish area. So I'm gonna go back all the way over to here. I'll go right here. Then I have to set the corner. And this is where I'm a little scared. Okay. No, it did not exactly work. No, not really. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and figure out why that didn't work. Of course. Oh, somebody posted the what they meant by the namespace didn't change. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't change the namespace. Let me fix that. That should be easy to fix. Once I find the culprit. L0. Okay, so where would L0 be? That'd be this one. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Name. Oh my goodness. Okay, there you go. I'll push the changes really quickly. It might take about a minute to 5 minutes to update the website. It's kind of dumb like that. Hey, what's up, Josh Plays? Okay, so let's see where we went wrong. So one of the things we can do to figure out where we went wrong because we're stupid is first I should do scoreboard players set dot layer CWEISS 1. That's one important thing to do. Kill at e type equals not player. Okay, so it did not go unbounded. Okay, it did end eventually. It just got a little confused, a little bit. Layers working. Okay, so then what we can do is we can go at end. We can go set block, diamond block. And just see what quadrants where it was putting the guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. What happened? Oh my goodness. And X and why is NX3? Oh, that would definitely do something weird. Oh shoot. Oh, yeah. I'm dumb. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The DX sizing should not be a thing. I added this sizing garbage. Okay. I added like a sizing calculation when I already have the size. I'm grabbing it from the array. So it just was parsing this thing way larger than it should be because it recalculated how big it's supposed to be. Also, if this thing is even slightly wrong, you just get like the most weirdest looking results. Okay, that's better ish. Let me see. Scoreboard players get .x CWE C/TP -144 -64. I have a feeling, yeah, it's this corner right here. So it looks like it went one too many. In the Z direction. It went one too many in the Z Z direction? No, in the X direction. Okay. When you're moving in the Z direction, grab. Oh, it's grabbing X's CWE. No, it has to grab X's CWE ISS. Yeah, that would do something to it. It worked. There you go. So once I deleted all the junk that was associated with the other form, it actually does work, kind of. Not exactly. We'll see. Let's run it again. But this time let's go with let's delete that diamond block thing. Okay, so it almost worked. Just the top right corner is wrong. It's one block too high. I don't want to, instead of getting it from to get it from CWISS. Yeah. The thing that we calculated. Yeah, so now I get why I had that remove one there, so I'll put it back. It's right here. There you go. That kind of worked, but there's like a singular block up here that it didn't save. I'm a little confused. So let's go ahead and go like that and like that. Run save. And then do /data get storage CWE ISS.save. I'll look at the chat in a second. Let's see. What does position do and execute? Will there be a no GUI version intended for other packs to utilize? Yeah, there'll be a toggle. What does position? What's the subject? You can see me working on it right here. I think that my saving function's broken, actually. I think it's my save that's broken. Yeah. I think it's the save that's broken. So let's go ahead and run the save. Okay, so the save did dy of... So you did one, and then that removed one, and then... Start. Save. Save loop. Removed one. Yeah, the save is broken. Okay. So when I start, I just need to add one to dy. So let's go with scoreboard players add .dy cwe iss1. And I'll just do it right here. And then I think then I shouldn't do the remove one in the load, but we'll see what happens. So let's run save again and use... Wait, why? Oh, my layers value is 6. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's go with... Yeah, that definitely worked. So let's go and see what happens with the load. But let me go ahead and read what the save did. So now we have... Yeah, we have a sandstone and then air in 254 of them. That makes sense. So there we go. So then let's do load and boom. Okay, cool. So it actually did work. That's really cool. I think so? What? No, I'm just really confused as to what's going on right here. What? What? Okay. All right. Blowing my mind. Let me go with the save here. With the load here. Yeah, that works. It's because I didn't delete the previous one that I was at. Just blowing my mind. Alright. Alright, cool. It works. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Here we go. So saving and loading of multi-chunk things works. The problem is edge case. So here's where it starts to get a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and do a new test case here. So here's our test case. And I'm going to add red and white. Should be good. So white is what we want to save. Red is what we don't want to save. And I'll even, since it's an edge case, I'm going to make this lopsided. So one side has 2, one side has 3. Okay. So if I were just to save it here, it would save everything. That's a little bit past my edge case. I'm working on it, okay? So let's go ahead and go from here. And then instead of going all the way to the edge of this chunk, I'm going to go right to here. Then if I run save, it saves it. But now I go here. I'm just going to put some diorite so I know that this is the load area. Oh, wrong one. Doesn't matter. So yeah, you'll see that, look at that. It did the red, and I don't want the red. That's not cool. I don't want the red. So it does actually tell you some useful stuff here. So you have dx is 17, dz is 17. Edge x is 1, edge z is, and it should not be 17. My calculation here is just cracked. Yeah, I need a C there. And then inside, I have to remember because there's 2 places, right? So then inside here needs a Z there. Okay, so let me just resave it. But yeah, you can see that it's saving too much, right? So I need to fix that. All right, there we go. So our edge x and our edge z is 1 and 1, which means that we have 2 blocks that we care about in either of these edge conditions. One of the edge conditions we will care about 2 in the x. The other edge condition is we care about 2 in the z. And the final edge condition is we care about 2 in the x and the z. So I need to find these 3 cases. Yeah, Hilmar, that's the dimension portal is the next thing that I want to update, but it's way harder than any of this stuff. Kind of. Okay. So now I just need to have edge saving, like saving on the edge condition. So let me do data get storage, cwe iss.save to see what the ID is of red. The ID of red is 1454 and white is 1440. The best tools for data packs. You have MC Stacker and you also have miso.github.io, and that's pretty much it. And then I also use minecrafttools.php for Telraw if I ever need to generate that. Okay. Okay. All right. So our edge conditions is 3 edge conditions. So if nx is equal to nx is equal to let me go to start. I saved another thing for x here, right? Yeah. So if nxi is equal to 0, so if you're at the edge, then you need the edge x. So the case of this, you need the whole z area, but only partial in x. So if you have x here, you have partial in x, and you save that. Okay, so then the next case is if nz is equal to 0, then you have an edge case in z. So that's, you have a little chunk of z you care about and the rest you don't care about. And then finally you have if they're both equal, if nz is equal to 0 and if nx is equal to 0, then you have the corner case. And that's where you have z that you don't care about and x that you don't care about. And in all these cases, I can run the same same thing. I can just okay. So we'll get to work here, but it's actually not bad. So we have z curve edge. So here's my z curve function. Oh, do so many. Okay. So then at the edge, you just check the logic here. So I need to save the block at 0, 0. If score dot edge x matches less than or equal to 0. Edge x CWE ISS. So you see this. So and if edge let me change this to I so that I can have one that's a saved and one that's a version I'm going to change. I don't use Minecraft JSON. I use Minecraft tools.php. All right, so this is where it gets really nasty because I already hard-coded this garbage. But yeah, basically I just need to extrapolate this to everything, but that might take me 30 minutes. Because how many lines there are. Actually, I don't know if I want to do this. You know what? I know what I can do. We can solve this problem with my favorite program for solving problems that are like this, because this problem is actually solvable with the Epic program that is, I think I can do it with Excel. So let me just open up Excel. Actually, I'm gonna have to do one thing. I have to change tilde space to tilde 0. I think tilde space to tilde 0 plus. Okay. And then I just need to be careful when the numbers have digits. Because I basically what I need to do if I take this to Excel is extract the number that I already have typed here and then put that into the if score. I mean, even if I used Visual Studio, this thing would be a pain. This thing sucks. Okay. All right, let's see. How's the stream, by the way? Is the quality good? I don't know. I can't really see it. Okay, I am just losing my mind with this Excel command line. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Dude, you have no idea how insane this Excel command line is. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. It is like a 100 character line long Excel line. Okay, so I found a way to extract the first number. Now I need to extract the second number. So let me just do this as 6 and 9. Perfect example. Okay, so then I think what I can do is go with 2 and 2 here. No. So if I find the position of the first number, then if I find the position of the first number, then 0. Okay, so then I can add that from here. L1 plus 1. Okay, so then let me see. I guess I could cut the string. Split text. Split text from let me see. Split text. Hey, what's up, Monster 61? I think if you used functions, the only difference in terms of if you wanted to accomplish what I'm accomplishing with not functions would be literally the same thing with data packs, unless you mean that you use a compiled language, which it's not necessarily as efficient as you want it to be. Okay. So this one needs to be equals right 8a1 len a1 minus L1. There we go. Boom. Okay. So now okay. So now L1 I can run this guy as M1. I'm sorry, you guys cannot see anything of what I'm doing, and that is because I am doing the Excel monstrosity to make writing this, because I have to edit all these lines of code you see to basically say the same thing twice over. Well, they have to be scoreboard checks. And I'm trying to save some time by doing something very, I guess you could say, boring. Oh no. Let me go Control Z. Okay. There we go. So why did this show up as 0? Oh, no, it needs to say A1. Oh. Oh no. This is not good. Okay. So let's go like this. Let's go with plus 4. And that will get me probably to the right spot, if not to an empty space. This one is based on a 1, 2, a 3, 4. This one, boom. Okay, so now I extracted the numbers. I can't really, okay, let me show. I'll show it. Let me add a screen for this. Because this might take a while. Window capture. Let's capture Sublime, hit OK. There you go. I mean Excel. All right. So now you see the monstrosity that is Excel. So I copied the lines of code. Then I used a really long Excel function to grab the first number. Then I figured out where the first number is, like the location. Then I cut the words so that I cut off that first number. And then I grab the first number of the thing that's cut. Okay. So what that turns into is a whole lot of mess. Now I have to do for everything. Okay. So then I go down all the way to the bottom here and paste. There'll be some reference and value errors, I think. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. For double digits, it only grabs the 1. That sucks. Okay. So I can fix this though. Let's go with 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll give us a test case here. So let's use this, and let's use also this guy. No, this guy. So this can equal A1 cuts, and then this can be side of it. Side of it. Okay. That'll give me everything to the right by how long it is minus the start. Okay. Let's go with the left. There we go. Kind of. I know. Stick with. Okay, I need to extract this number. So okay. Let's go with A1. There's a problem with this formula. Paste it. Okay. Why does it do that? Oh, it has an empty space. Okay. So then instead of looking for the space, you look for the location of the first number, which is right here. So instead of splitting at the space, you split at the location of the first number. How did I make the custom PC model and the interact with entity functions? I just created a model and a version of the model for every page that it could be on. So then +1, so that'll give us both digits. And then I have to do right of that string from, oh man, this looks disgusting. But if it gets me the digit, it gets me the digit. That string minus uh, the location of the first digit inside there. So this goes like that, and like that. Close it. Oh. There you go. Look at that. You like that? How does that Excel code look to you? How does this Excel code look to you? It looks beautiful to me. I love it. So sexy. Okay, so then if it's just a 2, it just gives me 2. If it's a 69, gives me 69. Oh man, this is very beautiful. Very beautiful. Very powerful. By God, though. You like that Excel code? How does that make you feel? Makes me feel great. Makes me warm inside when I just see that. That's somebody who doesn't know how to use Excel. Right there. All right, so then we need uh the right of this. Okay, so that gives me that, and then it could be 4 more. There you go. So that gives me that, so it slices it. It looks painful. Yeah, it does. So then I copy this, paste that there, and it should be on I1. So anywhere I see a C1, put an I1. It might have just been faster for me to just do it all by hand, but it is 256 lines. It's kind of right on the border of acceptable and not. So we have 45, and then if I change this to 2 or just 3, we still get 3 and 45. If I change this to 69 and 5, then we get 69 and 5. Okay. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So now I can just copy everything. Starting with here. Okay. And then I just copy this. And we paste it down all the way to the bottom. Should work. It's going to do weird stuff at my comments. But you see 15 and 15. Okay. So then... Let me undo that. Let me undo that. I'm going to get rid of all these comments and spaces just because it's going to look better that way. It'll be easier. Control H, hashtag, 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 hashtag 2x2 with nothing. Nothing. thing. Sorry if I'm like really quiet right now. It's because I'm deleting all that empty space that I really shouldn't have made in the first place. And I have to delete it all by hand because whatever this program is, I guess, doesn't let me replace empty space with removing the empty space. If that makes sense. I don't think any program can do that though. Well, I guess if it could discover new lines and then just remove new lines, I'd have no text preceding it. Okay, there we go. Man, all right, that'll make my life easier though. Okay, so there's all our numbers in a strange order that may be unfamiliar to you. All right, so now I have to make it have the actual words. So this has to be equals execute if score dot edge x cweiss edge x I cweiss matches dot dot, and then we need h. I'm on line 6. Okay, h6 plus oh, it's the and, it's not the plus, of course. Okay, so if that is 3, and then if score dot edge zi cweiss matches dot dot and j6 and if positioned tilde and h6 and tilde 0 space tilde and j6 and space run function that. Okay, so if the score is less than 3, if the score is less than 0, then I literally cannot see the edge of this page. Okay, this sucks. Okay, then position 3, 0, run save block. Okay, so basically like all I did here was I just took the thing that my original code and added to it. That's pretty much it. There you go. So that gives me everything. So if it's 15 and if z is 15, then do the 15. Oh, I'm doing pain. That's what I'm doing, Lehan. Okay. So can I do copy? I'll do copy. And then this is z curve edge. Paste. No. Can I do copy, copy, copy? Paste. Yeah, here we go. I got it into my function. Okay, so let me go ahead and just hide this window for now. Keep it open. Save myself. But here's the function in all of its ridiculous glory. Bunch of if score stuff, but that's good. And I'll just zoom in until it's at a nice spot. Okay. So then basically when I'm doing the loop, it does a layer. Okay, when I'm at the layer. Okay. Now I need some logic. Let's go execute if score dot edge cweiss matches 0, run this z curve. If it matches 1, run z curve underscore edge. So it'll just run the more expensive version when you're at the edge. I could just run the same thing the whole time, but I'm going to do the more expensive version at the edge. I'm going to get some water real quick. All right, I'm back. I just want to get some water. Okay, so now we just need our edge cases and to set this edge flag, which really has to happen. Honestly, it should happen here. So let's go ahead and do it here. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do scoreboard players set dot edge x cwiss 16 or 15, and edge z is zi is 15, and then execute if score dot nxi matches 0, run scoreboard players operation dot edge xi equals cwiss equals dot edge x cwiss. So if you're on the edge on the x side, then you set the then you know that the edge is that much. Okay. And then if you're on the Z side, then the Z is on the predefined edge, how many extra you go. So then finally, if either of those are true, so if that's true, then run scoreboard players set dot edge CWE ISS1. So if this one is true, or if this one is true, then you also set it to 1, just so that you know that you're on an edge, curved edge. Okay. So then if I hit reload, let's see what happens. Maybe we blow everything up. Oh my god. So we blew everything up. Probably because this function has an error in it. Oh, what do you know? Z-curve edge has an error in it. And so does layer. Layer has an error in it. Line 4. Oh, I forgot to add a namespace. I sometimes forget that with fake players. Like, I seriously sometimes forget to add, like, the scoreboard that they're on. It's weird. But it's a habit. It's a bad habit. And then Z-curve edge. What's wrong with Z-curve edge? Line 1? Z-curve edge line 1. Oh, there's an extra space here? There's an extra space on all of them. Oh, no. Okay, let me fix that. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? Okay. Let me delete that. Move it over by 2. I'm moving it over by 2. Man, okay, so I know what the problem is. When I was trimming my words, if they're 2 characters, okay, so now I actually need the where was that? Let's see. I actually need this thing. Sorry if you can't see anything. It's my bad. The rank of member is something I give out to people specifically. What's the pack about? It's about saving structures to data. Well, yes, but I want to do it with Datapacks. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing again. This Excel thing. I want to finish this Excel thing. Okay. You know what it is? I need to do equals trim h1. There we go. It's because there's an extra space when the number is not the 2 digits. So that's what I needed to fix. And then I need equals trim J1. That will delete the empty space. Excel is a very powerful tool for data pack creation. You should definitely learn how to use it. Okay, so then this guy needs to be K1 and L1. So this needs K1, L1, K1, L1. 3737. Perfect. There you go. Works. All right, so now let me just bring that back. Okay, let me disable that window. Let me type reload. Take a look at my error log. No errors. Okay. So let's run save. It finished. Okay. Okay, we still got 1454 stuff. Okay. Well, one thing I can do is I can check out the Oh, shoot. I did that. Anybody else catch the error in my code? Because I just did. Should be dot dot after, not dot dot before. Otherwise, it does everything less than or equal to. Basically, when I get to 15, it'll check 15 or less. So it'll always be true. Okay. There we go. Let's go, boys. Oh, that is clutch moment. Can you continue the zombie server? Well, I'll do another dev stream after I update this. Like, this is basically like I promised I'd finish. There's some things that I want to update, so that's what I'm working on, and then I'll get back to the zombie stuff. A lot of these are helpful to me in the zombies one. Like, it'll be helpful when I'm working on that. These are like something else on the side, like also stuff I can make videos for, which is nice. So, okay. So, excuse me. So now I just need to fix the load. So I'll have a Z-curve edge, change save with load, place all, and then I just need to copy the layer code actually. It's literally the same code here, which is kind of nice. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is this edge guy, Z-curve edge. It needs to be backwards order. So let's go with reverse text line flip order, website, reverse lines, copy a clipboard, paste. Now it's reverse lines. Then we can just pull this up, see that there's no errors, and let's try loading it. We were able to save it. Let's try loading it. I need to clear this stuff because it will not, if it does work properly, it will not overwrite the red, so I won't know that it works. Okay, no, it did not. No, not exactly. Oh, I know why. It's inverse logic. So, yeah. So, when you do the edge cases, the logic is actually different. So this NXI, this has to be when it equals dot NX CWE And then the Z needs to be when it equals itself, or when it equals the max of the Z, which would just be at one point in time. So I'll just save that somewhere. I'll just save it as NZS. I don't want to do I because I is an iteration. Type. Something. Something. It did run less commands. It's something. Let's get this ISS saved. So there's 8. Okay, well, let's figure out when it's running the edge conditions and when it's not. So let's do say non, say edge. And also, what is edge xi? Oh, that's actually important. Maybe I'm calculating the edges wrong. So, well, we'll see. I think I'm calculating the edges wrong. So it does an edge, and then it does a non. That makes sense. So normally we're gonna go here, 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 here. No, it would be edge. Okay, edge, non, edge, edge. Edge, non. Interesting. Okay, nonetheless, let's see what is going on with edge xi. So edge x is 1, edge z is 1. Okay, so they're both 1. That's good. Okay, so we have edge, non, edge, edge. That does not make sense. It needs to be edge, 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 non. Right? Let me see. The order, if I'm thinking this correctly, let's do say non, say edge. So when I'm saving it, the thing is, if I save it correct, if I do it correctly, everything looks great. If I do it wrong, you have no idea what's wrong. It's just bleh. Okay, yeah. So edge, it does non, edge, edge, edge. So then when I load it, it should say edge, 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 non in the other order. But it's not. It says edge, non, edge, edge. Okay, I get it. I get the problem. Let's go to scan load layer. Okay. So let's go Taura at a objective score. No. Score objective cdbbiss name dot nxi. There we go. And then let's go with text, comma, nz. Reload, Let me make sure I'm here when I run load. Okay, so it does 1 1, 0 1. 0 1 triggered non. No, 0 1 should trigger. Okay, and 0 0 triggered edge. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That does not. Uh... Oh, okay. I just did not make that right. Oh, it has to equal. Oh my goodness, I'm stupid. Okay. I guess if I just didn't have syntax errors, it'd be great. If I like when I copy something, it copies correctly. Oh man. It's like it's like my genius is all there. Like I literally like have it down working the first time with all the logic and everything, but it's just like a little thing. Like I have the divide equals that I meant to change when I copied it. So stupid. It's the little things. Okay. So everything's done. Now I just have to test a few edge cases here and we're done. I always update my servers as soon as I can. I don't know, 1.18, 1.17, they're fine to me. All right, so let's go with this, and let's copy like that, and then let's save. So we had 2 reds going up and 1 red going to the right. It's so beautiful when this works. Yeah, it's so beautiful when it works. It's just it's so simple. It's so like this is the type of thing that is like devilish in the sense of when it works, it just works and it's like amazing. When it doesn't work, it doesn't even partially work. It's just terrible. So let's save partial. So I'm gonna save like partial within a singular because I'd actually never tested that. So we're going like all the way up, but only saving one of these white blocks. And then let's see if it just loads only one of those white blocks. Yeah, okay, cool. Baby! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! Alright, now we're going to go with the stress test, boys. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on, let me remove the code view. Let me know next time sooner. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're gonna stress test. We're gonna save this guy. Let's save this guy. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I don't know. This is a big boy. Alright. Ooh, I saw 65,536 commands. Let me do scoreboard players set dot layer TWEISS 5 and resave it. Oh, I'm still seeing max. Okay, let's do 3. Oh, okay, let's do 1. Oh, what is going on? That's bull. What is going on? 34 ticks. DY is 60? That doesn't make any sense. It took 34 ticks to take 60 ticks. Why is it taking that many commands? Okay, let's just do a bottom portion of, or let's just do something smaller. Maybe that was too much. I'll do this, whatever this thing is I built a while ago. Let's just see what happens with this. This is at least a little bit smaller. 64, 632. How many ticks did it take? 2? Yeah. Wait, I keep setting it to 1. Oh, dot layers. I'm stupid. Oh my god. I was spelling. That's the thing, dude. I'm telling you, like, my genius is there. I just literally do the stupidest little tiny mistakes. How can you describe how Excel is useful for data packs? If you ever need to like repeat numbers, you can just do the math in Excel and copy paste. All right, there you go. So it'll take a lot more ticks to save this thing, but there you go. It's ticks. Hello? Why is it taking so many ticks? That's a lot of ticks. Okay, well, let's set layers to 4. Okay, that'll be a lot less ticks. It'll be 4 times faster. Okay, that's more reasonable. Let's go to 5. Okay, it's a little dangerous. You can actually see the resource bar there. It's actually not that bad. Like, it's okay. It's actually not that bad, and it's very fast. Okay, so we saved it. So now we're gonna load. So this is where my computer just dies, but let's do it anyways. Oh, I'm scared. I'm really scared. Oh, you can also see how many ID numbers there are. There's 3,144 elements in the array. Oh my god. Oh my god, it worked. Yo! Yo! And also you can make it load fast. You can go faster if you increase the max command chain length. Yo! That was fast. That's cool, man. Yo! It worked. Okay. That's it. We accomplished our goal. Item structure saver is back in business, baby. I just gotta add all of the other like little tedious things, like MBT blocks handling, and I gotta add the MBT block handling, and I need to add sorry, I'm thinking here. I need the MBT block handling. Oh, and I need to make non-positive, because I can't really expect people to do like to line up the positive corner. Like, I can't expect them to say pick 2 corners, but then I need to add a little bit of extra math to force it to be the positive 2 corners. But yeah, it just loads the whole thing. It's crazy to watch it. I can add another one over here. Let's load this boy. Let's take off the F3G. Yeah, buddy. You can see it's building. How did I make it go in multiple ticks? Because I mean, I just did. I summon a marker entity, and then I have a function here on main that goes to the marker entity and runs loop. And loop loads a whole flat at a time, so it'll load like one 16 by 16 block at a time. But yeah, look at this compression though. I can show you like the compression ratio. So we have dy. Let me calculate it. I could tell you the compression ratio here. So dy is 60. This is like how much less data it is than before, where I saved 1 of every number. Now I'm saving the like this is the compression. So it's a 60 by where's the x? 30 by 29. So 60 times 30 times 29 is 52,200. So 3,144 divided by 52,300. The compression ratio is 1 divided by that. So it has 16.63x compression. So basically 17x compression. So there is 17 times less numbers that are saved to the array than before, where you save 1 of each. So that's how great the compression can come into play here. And it's very simple. Like the commands to get the compression working, very simple. Like I'll show you guys really quickly just how this works really simply. It's very simple. So when you're at a block, this is literally like, let me make sure that everything's shown. This is how I got the compression working. So I added this guy as like a helpful little thing. If you end up having like more than the max number that could be saved on an integer, that's ignore. But basically this is what it does. So it reads what block you're at. Okay. If the block you're at is equal to the previous block, then add 1 to the reps. If the block is not equal to the previous block, then save it as a new block. And if the previous, and then this one just says the previous is equal to the current. So it kind of like passes along whatever that previous was. Then finally in save, we, if your reps is greater than 1, so if you saw more than 1 of that block, if this like number incremented, if you saw more than 1 of that block, then save how many you saw. And then that's it. If I did not have compression, it would be minus these commands and minus this command and these commands. So 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 5 commands for 17x compression on a data structure. And you can see this is all the blocks that it saved. You can't really see them all, but it's way less than this is a way smaller amount of things than if I used no compression. It's ridiculously smaller. It's 16 times smaller. But man, I love that. I'm just gonna load another one in. Let's load another one of these bad boys. I love it. Woo. Big fan of this thing. Very cool. Very cool. I don't even think I could fill this area with air to get rid of them. It'd be too many blocks. But hey, our hard work paid off. That is the Atom Structure Saver. That's where I'm gonna stop for today. Welcome everybody to the Discord that joined the Discord recently. And I will see you guys later, probably with some zombie stuff next. We'll eventually be able to save entities. I can add that functionality. Don't know if it's super useful, but I could add that functionality. It's not impossible. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.